Testing, testing. That sound okay? Let me check. Testing, testing. Alright, yeah, I think that's pretty alright. Alright. Hello, hello, hello. And welcome back to another stream of Persona 5 Royal. Today, we're going to be continuing the story. We just defeated Kamoshida and he confessed his crimes. So now we have to find out what's next for the Phantom Thieves. Oh, hi, welcome to the stream. So, I guess without further ado, since that was a pretty short recap, let's hop into it. Do, 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 do. Do, 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 do. There it is. Do, 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 do. Do, 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 do. Lower myself a bit. Yeah, there we go. Alright. Let's go. Ooh, crossword.
Hey, hey!
Are you gonna play crossword? I have other stuff too, so don't get too into it. Let's play a little. Time for a trip. Oh, golden. Golden Week is a holiday that typically spawns the end of April to the beginning of May, includes Saturday and Sunday. The golden part of the catchphrase comes from the Japanese broadcasting term golden time, which refers to the most desirable time slot of the day.
Alright.
I see.
Oh wow, even I couldn't figure that one out.
Nice.
Really? Hey, we got a bit smarter after solving this crossword. Alright, Morgana, whatever.
Hey!
Yeah, let's brew some coffee.
Oh.
Looks like you're starting to get interested in this. Hey, you're not trying to impress me, are you? Well, whatever. Alright, but now let's buy some cigarettes.
Whoa!
Love the smell of good coffee.
Yes! Alright.
The way you're drinking it makes it look delicious. Looks like the chief's gentleman in charge rubbing off on you. I appreciate that, Morgana. Looks like you're at it again. How's it going? Here, I'll have a sip. The smoothness. There's no mistaking it. This is Hawaiian Kona.
Let me explain.
A Hawaiian treat. Because of the rarity and price of Kona beans, a Kona blend only needs to contain 10% Kona beans. 100% Kona coffee roast is quite expensive. Good Kona coffee is known to have a rich flavor, bright acidity, and a complex aroma. The flavor profile is bland. You should practice more to bring out the roast's full potential. Although I see that you're preparing the cup the way I taught you. I acknowledge your hard work. I'll keep mentoring you, so keep it up. One day, there'll be a flavor of coffee that only you can produce. No potential. Keep trading. Thanks, Daddy.
Well then.
You should rest now. We have a big day tomorrow, do we?
Okay.
Come on, we gotta pawn that metal today. Hey, you can hear me, right? You don't have plans, do you? Come help me out instead of sleeping your life away. We do well it to him. Well, let's just wait. Hurry down and help him out.
Sorry, I kind of pressured you into
they're
doing
talking.
this.
Okay. It's
And now
alright.
to our next topic, Fall from Grace, the story of a dishonored Olympic medalist. Just recently, a high school coach confessed at an assembly that he had been repeatedly abusing students. Given his prior Olympic achievements, this has caused quite a stir. What caused this habitual offender to suddenly confess these heinous crimes to his entire school? The police are hoping that the upcoming interrogations will bring light to this question.
Isn't this...
My friends would come back from practice with bruises all the time. It was scary, but I'm relieved that the abuse is finally going to end now.
He would touch me and stuff all the time. I'm glad I don't have to deal with that sexual harassment anymore. There were always rumors, sure. Not many people believed them, though. Like, I'm totally shocked they were actually true. At least now I can go to school without worrying.
I knew it. This is your school, isn't it?
Yep. Seemed like it.
Things might be getting turbulent at school, but you need to just keep your head down, all right? More importantly, keep those hands moving. I've got some more stuff I need you to do.
All right, Daddy.
Man.
You see, it was on the news. No way the school's gonna be able to play dumb after that. I saw it too. Chio's name didn't come up right. Not that I saw. I bet they want to keep that part quiet. I'm so glad. Finally over then. All we gotta do is stuff our faces and put Kadashi's crap behind us. Totally looking forward to this celebration party. I'll try not to let you guys down.
Yes!
Alright, we need to sell the gold medal tomorrow. You know, the chief wants your help. Make sure you turn him down, okay?
Okay.
I'll take care of business tomorrow like we told Lady Anna would. Maybe we should sell that medal. Yeah, I get it.
Nice.
Okay, that's pretty healthy looking. Evening. Nobody's here, no crossword. Let's brew some more coffee.
Make sure you close up.
Yes, all right.
Alright, is Daddy gonna come in? Teach me some more?
Well then.
We should rest up now. We got a big day tomorrow. Okay, that's the end of Daddy's coffee trivia. Gotcha. No more free affection points for me for making coffee.
Make sure to do the dishes.
When I get back.
Just do it. Don't get cocky with me. Welcome.
Am I interrupting something?
Eh.
Not at all.
The cause of the runaway train incident in the subway the other day still has not been found. Police are hurrying to solve the matter as it may relate to the rise in psychotic breakdown incidents.
Oh, is that the thing everyone's been talking about?
Doesn't it make you curious? People who were living normal lives suddenly went mad or deranged out of the blue. Not to mention that it's happening one after another.
Leaving that aside. What do you have?
I'll have the house blend, please. Are you a part-timer? I'm surprised this place can afford one.
What? No, not exactly.
Are you a high school student? Where do you attend?
What's it to you, Shujin?
Oh, someone I know goes
I'll
there
be
as
polite
well.
in front of Daddy.
I've heard that things are rough right now. A teacher named Kamoshida confessed his crimes like he was a completely different person, supposedly. And it happened all of a sudden one day. Can a person's mental state change so easily?
I wouldn't have called that easy.
Is my drink ready yet?
Coming right up.
Slip away before Daddy makes me do more dishes.
Alright. Today's the day we turn in that medal for cash. You know someplace that'll buy it off you, right?
Yeah. Go to Shibuya. Central Street. Wonder why I couldn't teleport in. This is the place. Looks like it. Let's just take care of this. What? We don't have a search warrant yet. Just be patient. I'm sure we'll get one soon enough. And never think about running off down this narrow alley. Heads up, dude.
Huh?
You again. What do you want? I want you to buy this. Gold medal. Why do you have this? We don't buy fake or stolen goods here, kid.
Hey.
Hold on a sec. Let me see that. I'm just not gonna ask where he got this. How's 30,000 yen sound for you, though? Works for me. 100,000 yen it is, then. It's almost time. Here, take this with you. Thanks for selling me that medal. But, best not open it. Just bring it back with you the next time you come back here. Got it. Glad you're quick to understand. They're here. Murasaya Iwata, yes? There are some matters we'd like to discuss with you today. Go, kid. Alright. Do you know why we're here? I don't know. Looking for evidence? You tell me, Mr. Detective. What's your attitude? Well, you guys gotta search me. Go on, do what you gotta do. What was that? I'm an upstanding citizen, supposed to cooperate with the cops, right? Are you sure that lead was legitimate? Oh, I could have sworn it was. Can you hurry it up? I got a business to run here. You bastard! Hey, you! What's in the bag, huh? Show me! Yeah, it's just a regular customer. You can check the tapes if that'll convince you. I'll show you everything that's gone down here today. I want to be here when the detectives see the footage of me with that gold medal. I should leave. I won't let you get away that easy. Show me what's in the bag. It's none of your business. I said show it to me. Hey, we're talking about a kid, remember? Theives is not the one we're here to see. That's right, Mr. Detective. Maybe next time, try not harassing my customers. See how that goes.
See ya.
Safe trip home, kid.
What were those detectives doing there? More importantly, aren't you curious about what's in the bag?
Maybe a little.
Well, come on, let's open it up.
Just a peek.
A real gun? Wait, I think it's just a model. It's incredible, though. Miles ahead of the one Ryuji had.
Man, sweet!
There's something weird about that place. Hey, I just had a great idea. We should totally buy this gun from him later. I mean, it's perfect. Something this real-looking would work wonders in the metaverse. Anyway, he told you to bring it back the next time you came, right? You should try striking a deal with him when we go to return it.
An's calling me.
Oh, hello, it's me. I saw the news. You know, about Kamoshida. It's getting a lot of coverage.
How do you feel?
I don't know. The reaction's been bigger than what I was expecting. I guess I'm just surprised. I don't think we did anything wrong, though.
Hold on. Give me a moment. Mhm. Alright.
I wonder if we helped those people speak up about it.
I'm sure we did.
That's pretty amazing, huh? I didn't think we'd actually be able to do it. And yet, look at us now. This calls for a celebration. Let's meet in front of Shibuya Station at noon tomorrow. Don't be late. Oh, and did you pawn off that medal? You didn't forget, right?
I remembered.
Good to hear. I already made reservations. You should be really excited about the place I chose, by the way. I'm sure everyone's gonna love it. Well, see you guys tomorrow.
Ah, a restaurant of Lady Ann's choosing. Finally, a decent meal. Hey, what do you think we're gonna be eating?
Might be Chinese.
In that case, there's all sorts of meats, fish. Oh, and lots of desserts too. In any case, I'm surely looking forward to it.
I was finishing my salad. We're finally having that celebration tomorrow. Can't wait. Let's read. A bestseller on cleaning. The offers. Perfect. Okay. Yeah.
Make sure you close up.
Alright, I'm heading home. When she danced, men fell upon her feet.
Wow!
Wow, she wasn't just looks, but her way of life was also very beautiful.
Hey!
I didn't realize how long you've been reading. So how far did you get? Seems like you still got some pages left. You can continue some another time. Just beating Morgana.
Oh, good.
No wonder Lady Anne chose this place.
Man, look at the stuff
Of
we
course
got.
it's
Hell
good.
yeah.
This is a famous hotel after all. Oh yeah, I heard that the police are coming to interview some people at school.
That's troublesome.
Our names are gonna come up for sure. People are spreading all sorts of rumors about us and Kamoshida.
Of course they are.
But we got him pumped up. I keep hearing stuff like the Phantom Thieves really stole his heart. I think most people don't believe it, but some of them actually seem grateful.
Hell yeah.
Look at this.
The Phantom Aficionado website? Well done, Phantom Thieves. Now I can keep going too. Thank you for giving us hope.
Pretty cool, huh?
I was just desperate to deal with my own problems, but seeing people saying all this feels strange.
Yeah, it's nice whenever your selfish desires work out for everyone.
Hey, what do we do now?
Okay, they weren't selfish, but your own self-interest at the very least. You plan on eating?
Well, of course I'm gonna eat, but...
This place has a time limit!
Oh crap! We only got an hour to eat!
Just 50 minutes left.
I'm not gonna finish all the beef dishes at this pace!
Damn.
I need to eat my way through the entire dessert menu!
Look after our stuff. We'll snag something for you guys too, don't worry.
I don't trust you.
Oh man! God melts in my mouth.
Seriously? Only meat?
Hell yeah.
Now, where should I start? And she's all about the cake.
I mean, she's got some cake.
So happy!
Hey, calories.
Shut up! How much do you think one of these costs? I'll never get the chance to do this again! The Wilton Hotel Cake Buffet! I'd heard rumors, but I never thought it'd be so amazing!
And where's our share?
I didn't really know what you'd want. So I just grabbed you some beans.
Just some beans. God damn it, Ryushi.
Beans?
There were some pretty bizarre things there too, so we got you a variety of those. Fried bananas, preserved eggs, and some kind of beans.
Ew.
More beans?
We put so much on the plate that it got all mixed up. But it should probably still taste good.
This is just plain grotesque. Let's go. These two just don't know what fine dining means. We'll show them.
Hell yeah. Leave it to me.
That's reassuring. You guys watch our things while we're gone. Wait patiently for our return.
Oh, it's like a meaty explosion in my mouth.
Oh, this part's cream cheese!
They're not even listening.
Can't say I'm surprised.
As I'd expect from the buffet at a top-class hotel. The ingredients and variety of dishes are crazy good. There's a reason it costs 8,000 yen.
That means we got 6K left over.
They have a lot here, but fish should come first. Let's fill our plate with all sorts of fish. Which table do you think they're at?
Well, let's see. It's meat. Rice. Ah, fish.
Ooh, look! There's the fish! I'd prefer it raw, but grilled is great too.
Have you heard, my dear? The news about that Kamoshida fellow was absolutely dreadful.
Absolutely dreadful.
Oh, right. That teacher at Shujin Academy, caught doing such indecent acts. Shameful, really.
Hold on a sec.
And they still haven't managed to solve those horrible psychotic breakdown episodes, have they? Oh, I wish they wouldn't let themselves be distracted by such a tawdry scandal. Perhaps it's a sign of how peaceful this country is. I honestly pity those poor Shujin students, though.
It sounds like the Kamoshida incident is the talk of the town. Shoot, they noticed you. Just grab some food and act natural. On the plus side, we'll get...
Oops.
Oh, how did a child like this end up in here? I certainly hope he didn't bring friends. I prefer my meals to remain hooligan-free. Thank you very much.
Damn, rude.
Come, let us go.
What's so bad about kids coming to enjoy a buffet?
The
I wonder
hoity-toity.
how the other people here are reacting to the news. Let's get some more food and listen in. Maybe there are more people we can eavesdrop on at other tables.
Do-do.
Oh, up close it looks even bigger and more delicious. This giant sweet... I got distracted.
News travels quick. It's already all over the internet. You know, the story about how Kamoshida got his ass kicked by some world-reforming heroes.
It doesn't sound like a serious story to me. Some of the details are pretty far-fetched.
I mean, they're saying the Power Rangers were involved. Who believes that?
Don't worry about it. We just have to do what they tell us to do. It's all rumors made up by school kids anyway. If it's gripping news, who cares if it's not true?
So they don't believe themselves. But they're making up stories to make the Phantom Thieves seem real. And they're doing this in front of the actual Phantom Thieves.
Hmm?
Whoa, act fast and get some food! And make
Yeah.
sure it's got a lot of whipped cream!
Don't worry.
What's wrong?
Nothing. I thought some weird kid was looking at us, that's all. Why don't we go? It's almost time for the meeting.
Well, that was rude. Did you hear him? He said you were weird.
I have a cat with me.
I wonder how the other people here are reacting to the news. Let's get some more food and listen in.
Problem to figure out where he's shopping. Let's pretend and get some food. Some meat dish nearby.
Ah, meat! I'm no Ryuji, but a meal is just not the same if you don't have any. I got distracted.
No. Speak your truth, Morgana.
When you really look at it, he's just an ex-athlete who overestimated himself. He should have just accepted his lot in life and quietly done his job as a teacher.
It's not even an incident we can take seriously. The whole story is pretty ridiculous. We should probably look into it, but we can also just let the low-ranking scrubs handle it.
Look into? I guess they're investigating Kamoshida? They don't sound very enthusiastic about it, though.
Of course not. Nobody likes doing work.
Get the part that's not too fatty.
Oh, oops. Okay. Just go get some food.
He's gonna be arriving soon. We don't want to keep him waiting, so we better get going too.
What is he going to discuss with the higher-ups? Well, I'm sure it's more important than lunch.
They were dressed quite well, but they still looked pretty shady to me. I wonder how the other people here are reacting to the news. Let's get some more food and listen in.
How's my plate looking? Damn, looks pretty nice.
Rice is incredible! It's the cornerstone of every great meal!
Aw, man, look at all this fried rice. Hell yeah.
Sorry, I got a bit carried away there.
So the ratings for the news were really that good? It was because it was about that teacher who sexually harassed his student, huh? Was it Kamoshida?
It's all about how you frame it. You've got to cater to the idiotic public. Ratings go up when you show them crude, sensational news and make it easy for them to understand.
How can he be so insensitive? A student almost killed herself because of that Kamoshida.
By the way, do you think these sudden changes of heart might be real?
Well, that's...
Quick, grab some food! Oh, and don't forget the crispy bits.
Oh, hell yeah.
So, because he had a sudden change of heart, he just confessed to all his crimes?
Who knows? Sorry, but it's time. I have to go. I'll call you again after the meeting.
A sudden change of heart, huh? I suppose I can't blame him for seeing it that way. I don't think there's anyone else we can listen in on, but it's shocking. So many of the adults here don't seem like nice people.
Of course not.
Now, according to what we heard, it seems most adults aren't very interested in the news about Kamoshida. Well, now that we've got a nice variety of food on our plates, let's head back to the others.
You brought a ton back.
Dude, look at his sandwich there. God damn.
What do you think about coming up against such ritzy food?
I'm so happy.
It's cute hearing that from someone like you. Just don't get too excited, got it?
You're the last person I want giving advice about that, Ryuji.
Don't you think you're eating too much, Mona?
There's no knowing when we'll get to come here again.
Sure, but you guys brought back loads of food. It'd be a shame to let it all go to waste.
I'll clear my plate, don't you worry.
Why don't you help them out, Ryuji?
Oh, we should both help.
Oh, me? I'm way too stuffed. I couldn't possibly help.
Yeah, stuffing your face with cake. Whatever, let's deal with this ourselves.
Yeah, let's do this. Feels like no matter how much we eat, the amount of food we have stays the same.
There's still more?
Don't give up. Let's keep at it.
We did it.
My belt feels multiple sizes too small.
Oh yeah.
This is a victory for all of us.
That was a breeze.
Oh, is your stomach the size of a freaking palace?
Good job, you guys. How about one last dish to cleanse your palates? I recommend the seasonal tart. The grapefruit has both alluring sweetness and a tangy sourness.
Stop. I don't want to hear about sour stuff. This isn't good. I gotta go to the bathroom.
Well, me too. Please carry me gently.
My, look at that table.
Come now, pay them no attention. I'm sure they must not normally have the chance to eat such exquisite food.
I can only imagine what their parents must be like.
Rude.
What was that? We don't got time for that. Come on, let's go.
I'm stuffed.
I totally panicked when I saw the closed for cleaning sign at the bathrooms.
You were talking big about eating until you puked, but you really did puke. Are you some kind of moron?
Yes, he is.
Hey, same goes for you.
I didn't. I'm fine. I can go for seconds.
We came up to get here, so it has to be on a lower floor, right?
Rude ass bastards.
What the?
There's still no update on the case.
Not yet. Excuse me, but why are you so involved? It's not something you should be concerned with.
I don't care about your opinion, you incompetent buffoon. When I say pick up the pace, you do it.
Hey, you're cutting in line.
What do you want?
We were here first.
We're in a hurry.
Yeah, so.
Oh, I'm sorry. So you can butt in front of other people if you're in a hurry?
It seems the customer base has changed since I was here last. Have they started a daycare?
What?
Sir, we don't have time for this.
I know. Don't bother with them.
Don't worry, we'll kick their ass later.
What the hell was with that bossy guy?
He's a dick.
Shouldn't we head back down?
Yeah, but... that dick really pissed me off. He wasn't even hiding the fact that he looks down on everyone.
Don't lose your temper over this.
I just can't forgive shitty adults like that.
Yeah, I get it, dude. That man's voice. It sounded like the one from back then.
What's wrong?
Okay.
sure? You're not looking so hot.
It's probably because he never eats well. I'm always stuck with canned cat food, too.
Dude, I eat a well-balanced diet of curry and coffee. I'm fine.
Yeah, that sir bullshit makes me sick. Damn it!
What took you so long?
Why are you all pissy?
Sorry. I had a run-in with some woman a second ago. She bumped into me, but then said it was all my fault when she dropped her plate.
Sounds like a real bitch.
Yeah. Thanks, though. But the restaurant workers all looked at me with this disapproving expression.
It's probably your hair. Prejudice has bitches.
I wonder if we're out of place here.
Oh yeah, certainly. It always feels like this.
Hey, Morgana.
What is it?
Anyone could have a palace, yeah?
Anyone with a strong, distorted desire.
Same for them having a change of heart if their treasure gets stolen?
That would be the case.
Why are you bringing this up all of a sudden?
We had trouble earlier too. These selfish shitheads who just look down on everyone else. I was just wondering if we'd be able to change those kinds of people too.
You mean, you want to continue as the Phantom Thieves?
I've been thinking. We put a lot of work into changing Kamoshida's heart, but nobody believes in the Phantom Thieves.
I mean, yeah.
Plus, those guys who had no other choice but to just deal with it are thanking us. Us, of all people.
Ryuji, we went into a parallel world to do this shit. What do you think, An?
I agree. If we ignore people who are in trouble, I'd go back to being the same as I was before.
And that suck.
Well, that's true. You're under my tutelage. There's nothing we can't accomplish as Phantom Thieves.
Shouldn't we be able to help him out?
Didn't even think of such a possibility. But it's true that with this power, I'm able to help people.
But that means we'll have to fight shadows again, doesn't it?
Indeed. That can't be avoided.
I'm sure we'll manage. Right?
I want to help people.
Even if you guys are still just fledglings, this means we're an actual organization now.
Fledglings? That's actually pretty fitting for us.
All right, it's settled. We're gonna catch all these shitty adults by surprise and make ourselves known to the world.
Are you okay being our leader?
That sounds tough.
No objections here? I can't handle all that responsibility stuff.
Where's my say in this? But Lady An made the recommendation, so I'll allow it.
Well, should we decide on a name for our group? I just went with Phantom Thieves of Hearts last time, but don't you think a real name would be cooler?
Ooh, I've got it. I want it to be something both cute and luxurious sounding. Let me see. How about the Diamonds?
I'm getting the real Little League Baseball feel from it.
Well then, here's my suggestion. How about Tilefish Poêlée?
What?
What?
That's what I ate earlier. It's commemorative, no?
Oh no, you idiot! You decide for us.
Alright. Let me see. Aim for the Phantom Thieves. We shall be known as Kage Cullen. That sounds super weebish.
Huh, that's not bad at all.
A good name. For a rookie.
You're such a weeb, Joker! Shut up, Mogata.
With that?
If that's okay.
Well, now that the name's set, who's our next target?
There are tons of rotten adults and all. Why not just stick to targeting big names?
Like a celebrity?
Yeah, something along those lines. If we go after some bigwig, it's gotta get on the news, right? Don't you think more people would believe in us if we did that?
That's not a bad idea. For you, Ryuji.
True. If we become better known, we might be able to give courage to a lot more people. I don't really like the idea of just picking someone out of the blue, though.
Let's narrow it down to someone we can all agree on then.
So we need a big wig we decide on unanimously.
I like that unanimous decision part. It's like we're making some kind of pact.
Dun dun dun.
Now then, this is the official formation of the Phantom Thieves organization.
Oh no! Our time for the buffet ran out.
On, weren't you fool?
I guess we'll just have to talk more tomorrow.
Wow, your group name sounds super weebish. I know, Sai. I know. I thought it'd be fitting because I'm a doppelganger and we were dressed as the Power Rangers. I thought it would be funny.
Stealing treasure to change hearts?
And you know, Power Rangers don't... Well, Shadow Rangers don't fit with the space I was provided.
And on top of that, a talking cat told you all this.
Yeah, a talking cat did indeed tell us all this. Sounds ridiculous, doesn't it? It's all true.
Honestly speaking, that all sounds absurd. It's hard to believe that this is even worth listening to. Still, it can't be considered nonsense when parts of it align with Kamoshida's confession. The same goes for the testimonies of the officers who arrested you. But so be it. At any rate, you mentioned something more important. These two other accomplices, besides this talking cat thing that appeared in your story. From what you've been telling me, they're students at the same school, aren't they?
Perhaps.
Perhaps? Don't take me for a fool. Very well, I'll leave it at that. Let's continue on. The questioning's not over anyway. If you are making this up, the cracks in your story will prove it. The next to receive a calling card was this individual. A master of Japanese arts, Ichiryusai Madarame. It's even more incomprehensible than Kamoshida as to why this man was targeted. Where did you come to know him? And how did you learn of his crimes when you weren't a victim of them? Start by telling me what you all schemed.
Alright. I'll continue talking from the point that we just left off. That evening. Wow, we spent most of our money on that buffet, but we officially established Phantom Thieves, so it's totally worth it. Well, I got 6K out of it, so you know, not too shabby. Phantom Thieves, huh? I like the sound of that. I hope we can really help people. I'm curious about the Phantom Aficionado website too. I wonder who made it. No clue. More importantly, see the survey on there? I don't know how I feel about it. Yeah, there was this approval rating thing, but it was only like 6%. Better than I expected. I guess it's not so bad if you put it that way. But don't you just want to get it higher than that? I bet if it goes up, we can keep taking down big targets. Or if we keep taking down big targets. Pretty damn exciting if you try and think about it like that. You know, you're actually right. Well then, let's keep working hard from this point on. Thieves' Den has been unlocked. You can now access this Thieves' Den from the tab menu. Oh yeah, let me send the celebratory pic I took for today. Celebrating the fountain and the Phantom Thieves, celebrating this actually this classy buffet. Aw, look at this, we're friends. Look at more gators looking at them pancakes, hell yeah. That was before we overstuffed ourselves. You can cool it with all these celebrating any time now. Wait, you took that while I was eating? Why didn't you tell me? I did, but you just never stopped eating. Anyways, this is our start as the Phantom Thieves. Now to take the world by storm. All the shitty adults in the world better watch out for us. Da, 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 da. I don't suppose I'll be able to go out tonight, but what I can do is read.
Hey!
Make sure you close up.
Alright, I'm heading home. Even when facing death, her soul was free.
Wow!
Wasn't just her looks, but her way of life was also very beautiful.
Oh!
So you're finished reading The Alluring Dancer. Great beauty, Carmen lived for love and passion. I suppose life without freedom is pointless. I don't know if you can live exactly like she did, but you learned a lot, didn't you? So much passion! Much arm went up. Well, I guess we should go to sleep. Staying up too late isn't healthy, you know. Ah shit, I'm in jail again. Eagle, I'm trying to sleep. What the hell?
First off, I'd like to begin by congratulating you.
To think our master would give words of praise.
You better treasure this moment, inmate!
No.
You have encountered allies who share your ideals, and you have found your place in reality. The time has come. Your rehabilitation will soon begin.
I thought it was already started. What rehabilitation?
I shall explain it to you now. You have a special potential. However, that must be refined into a useful power. It is weak now, but refining it shall grant you the strength to stand against the coming ruin. That is the rehabilitation cast upon you.
Coming ruin?
There are various means by which you may gain the power to resist the ruin. Fighting shadows and gaining experience is one way. The fusion process I taught you prior is another.
This is all possible because of our master's guidance, inmate.
Though it may be presumptuous of us, we have words of wisdom as well.
When you're out in reality, you better hone your relationships with those you have contracts with.
Yeah, I'm working on Ryuji. Calm down.
Spending time with those people will lead to the cultivation of your relationships with them.
If you've got time to waste, you'd better visit your contractors, inmate.
That is another source of power to evade the ruin that our master has mentioned.
Thanks to the contracts you formed, your heart is steadily gaining the power of opposition. It seems the rehabilitation is going well. This is a truly joyous occasion.
Is it?
I shall grant you an ability befitting of your newfound growth. Consider it a gift.
You have this gun. Oh, sweet!
May the devotion to your rehabilitation grow even deeper. I have high hopes for you.
I feel the bond with Igor is growing deeper. Reach bonus stock up to 8.
All right.
The time has come. Return to your brief moments of rest.
And don't forget to go talk to your contractor's inmate.
Sometimes the person. Okay, confidants. I've been doing that with Ryuji and Daddy and Takemi. So I've been working on it already. I'm golden. Da 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 da. I wish I had money. I'd kill for a real breakfast.
Have you heard?
What about Big Bang Burger? There's one on Central Street, holding a contest right now. Big Burger Challenge or whatever. If you go at night, you can eat for only 500 yen. You gotta eat one of those giant burgers though, right? How can anyone actually finish that? Still, 500 yen is a steal.
Wow!
A huge burger? Huh, interesting. Bet giving that a go will increase your guts.
Like you heard last week, gym class is canceled today. Instead, I'm supposed to give you some guidance.
By guidance, I'm going to dropkick all of you. Let's go. This is your gym replacement class.
The gist is, don't go around talking about the incident. That's all.
The gist is, snitches get stitches.
The police are still investigating Mr. Kamoshida, so I can't say anything myself. As a teacher, though, I'm ashamed for not having noticed that a student was suffering like that. I'm not defending him, but as a colleague, he just seemed like, well, a normal person.
He seemed normal to you? Granted, he didn't have extended exchanges with you, and you weren't at all within his ballpark. I mean, trash taste, let's be honest, for Kamoshida. Not appreciating Kawakami. But, regardless, he still seemed weird, though.
Honestly,
the teachers have it rough.
Honestly, it still doesn't feel real. I guess people can have multiple sides to them.
The teachers have it rough, huh?
Oh yeah, I just remembered something I learned about psychology. They say that humans have several different personalities hidden in their subconscious.
Different personalities?
Oh, hey. We're talking about personas.
Oh, to be clear, I'm not talking about multiple personality disorder. These different personalities can be a different gender or a different age from you. I mean, if you think about how gods and monsters and myths were first based on the human image, if you actually saw one of those personalities with your own eyes, it might look like a monster. You all seem more alert than usual.
You're talking about something interesting.
Did I finally talk about something that interests you?
Yes.
Well, I'm just saying what I've heard. It feels like I just now understood what I learned long ago.
Feels like that knowledge made you a bit smarter. Hell yeah.
It ain't much, but we've been getting more postings on the Phantom Aficionado website. I want to make my friend apologize for not returning the stuff I lent him. Deal with that yourself.
Hey, those girls.
You know that Phantom Thieves rumor about stealing Kamoshida's heart? I wonder if it's true.
It's gotta be made up. Do you seriously believe they exist?
But look what happened to Kamoshida.
He probably just couldn't keep hiding it after that girl tried to kill herself.
Yeah, you might be right. I guess there's no way they really exist.
Most importantly, it seriously sucks that our school is gonna be known for stuff like this.
I wonder if it'll affect our college entrance.
I'm sure as long as your grades are fine.
That's probably a normal reaction for now, but they'll see soon enough. If we can take care of 2 or 3 famous guys, people will have to believe we exist.
So about those big shots, we don't have any leads yet, right? Plus, there's that rumor about you two threatening Kamoshida, too.
Looks like you'll just have to live a normal, honest school life for the time being. Still, make sure you stay prepared just in case anything comes up, alright?
I'll keep an eye out for info on any big shots that might be coming around.
And I'll try to dig up some dirt online.
We went and formed the Phantom Thieves group, but we can't even find a target.
Give it time, I'm sure some asshole will pop up.
There.
I guess sometimes things just don't go the way we want them to.
They'll expose themselves and we can shove the raging dildo of justice up their butt.
Excuse me. Did you wish to see me, Principal Kobayakawa?
You saw the state Kamoshida-kun was in, didn't you? It's as if his personality has completely changed. Something is definitely wrong here.
I'm not sure I follow.
From what I've heard, it appears as though some students were meddling in his business. If they did something to him, who could they be?
Are you saying that these students may have caused Mr. Kamoshida to change?
That is what I wish to know, even if it takes some probing into student matters. I would like you to look into this for me.
That is super sketch, just as
It
is.
is true that there are many rumors regarding Mr. Kamoshida, but do you mean all of this talk about those Phantom Thieves?
It is undeniable that Mr. Kamoshida has changed in some way. I'd like to have a grasp of the cause. This shall also ensure that I handle the mass media and police in the correct fashion.
No.
I will continue speaking to Mr. Kamoshida myself. Unless you find whomever did this, these irresponsible rumors will likely never die down. Don't you agree? You have been at the top of your class since day one. Your conduct is good, and teachers favor you.
Here comes the blackmail.
I could write you a recommendation for any college of your choosing, Makoto Nijima.
Thank you.
Your lineage must certainly play a part in this excellence. Your sister is still young, yet she holds an admirable position at the public prosecutor's office, no? If something disappointing were to happen here, that wouldn't reflect very well on your sister.
Dude, fuck off.
Do you understand?
I understand that you're trying to blackmail me.
Yes.
How wise. It's no wonder you're our student council president. I'd appreciate if you'd look into this as soon as possible. I ask that you begin at once.
Yes. If you'll excuse me then.
It's me, sir. My apologies for troubling you at such a busy time. Yes, it's about the matter we discussed earlier. I have all bases covered. The investigation will begin immediately.
Yeah, sure. Leave it to a student.
Of course. Yes, I will get results. I should be able to update you soon. Well then, I must be going. Thank you very much for your time.
Police are really here. Saw them at the entrance. I saw them too. They're talking to the teachers. Jane, the heart thing's seriously amazing, huh? I hope they don't find out we're responsible. Pretty sure we'll be fine. There's no proof that it was us, except our text messages. We don't need to worry. You sound sure of yourself. But, I mean, haven't rumors been going around about how you guys are threatening Kamoshida? This world's Kamoshida shouldn't know anything about what actually happened to him, though. Still, you did what was right. Don't go freaking out with some label. I guess that's true. Man, I can't wait to keep living in this double life. Alright, Doppel, we gotta be counting on you.
Hey, are you listening?
You, pay attention. Is that how you listen when somebody's talking to you? Whoosh, dodged. Whoa, that was an epic dodge. I can't believe he dodged Ushimura's stone. Is he a ninja? Tuh, whatever. Moving on.
Hey!
Oh, the entire class attention. Charms definitely increased. Hell yeah! Random dice roll. I'm pretty sure I need proficiency and I didn't upgrade it.
Hey.
Actually, I'm gonna look up what the chances of dodging the chalk is. Da, 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 da. Wiggle the left analog stick and you'll dodge it every time, which is just twice in the whole game, I think. Then I just inferred from the text that after you get hit, since murder is tenth as possible to dodge the analog stick felt the most logical way to do it. Soon as a proficiency check. And chance based on proficiency. Yeah, I thought it'd just be a proficiency check. Just like, what was all this about? Okay. Void chalk. Unset days. Throw chalk. No options to choose from since it happens simultaneously. There are two possible outcomes. Hit painfully or on the head. Skill dodgeable. Fifthly dodge. Dodge relies on RNG. When you face the chalk throw, your chance of avoiding it depends on RNG and the level of your proficiency social stat. Oh, it's unavoidable the first time. Huh. Alright.
Have you seen that Phantom Aficionado website?
I've heard of it.
I'm the one who started it.
Oh, neat.
You guys are the Phantom Thieves, aren't you?
Goodbye, Mishima. Toss him out the window.
Sorry. Although, if things really are as I think, I should keep it a secret. Kamoshida used me, and I did some horrible things to you guys. This isn't much of a way for me to apologize for it. But if there's anything I can do to help, just let me know.
Yeah, you can keep your fucking mouth shut. That's great, bud.
I'm glad to hear that. It's not just Kamoshida. There are tons of evil adults out there. But I'm sure the Phantom Thieves will do something. They can't let this end after just one target. That's why I wanted to make a forum where people could post their problems.
Man, if we decide not to continue, this would be so weird.
There are probably a lot of people who have high hopes for the Phantom Thieves' next move. So, I've also implemented an anonymous poll on the site. Do you believe in the Phantom Thieves or not?
I want to work on this forum so eventually it'll be packed with tons of supportive posts.
I'd really like to help out in the Phantom Thieves' acts of justice.
Sounds like fun.
I'll live up to your expectations. I promise.
You must have had some dweeby superfan, didn't you? Yeah, that's Mishima. You can arrest him.
Besides the public's reaction to your group, there were others who supported you. Someone who enthusiastically cheered the Phantom Thieves on. Perhaps they were quite close. What do you have to say to that?
I am thou. Thou art I. Thou hast acquired a new vow. It shall become the wings of rebellion that breaketh thy chains of captivity. With the birth of the moon persona, I have obtained the winds of blessing that shall lead to freedom and new power.
Oh, that's always good.
All right.
Because when we get more people, can't just keep all of them on the front lines. Bye, Mishima.
We heard all that. Jeez. It was a little awkward trying to figure out when to walk over here.
So that forum is Mishima-kun's.
Has he figured out our identities?
Morgana, it wasn't that hard since he was so closely involved.
Even so, I think it'll be fine. He seemed to be playing it cool.
I guess we should have a little chat about this later.
I will say, though, a forum where people can post problems may prove unexpectedly useful.
The way Ryuji said that, though. He's just gonna fucking suplex Mishima.
Anyways, we gotta get looking for a new target.
And we need to stay sharp until we manage to find one. Once we do, we'll have to head into another palace. So we should prep our equipment and...
Wait! Oh, crap!
What's with you?
Don't we have an exam coming up?
Judging by that reaction, I'd assume you're going to struggle this time, too.
It's not like you're any better. All you're good at is English.
That's at least one good grade.
That than be bad at every subject.
Yeah, exactly,
Even
Ryuji.
your Japanese is questionable at best, Ryuji.
Damn.
What's questionable is whether you're really even a human. Good comeback, huh?
Let's discuss this with our fists.
Bring it.
Will you two stop it?
If you're gonna fight, do it in the metaverse so it can be epic.
Okay.
Let's not draw any attention to ourselves until we find our next target. Don't forget to study, though. You're not gonna get blamed if your grades start dropping. Now for an interlude. Hi, welcome to the stream. Welcome, welcome. You seem excited. Hey-oh.
Can I talk?
I didn't know you streamed. You didn't? Well, I do. I stream almost every day, except for Thursday and Sunday. At least I try to. Sometimes stuff comes up. Aw, thank you. I can give you a little more of a showcase if you'd like. That's the wrong button. Because I got a full body. I always like showing off Miles' work. Yeah, I'll give you a show. Let me just change scenes over here. This is how it looks completely. Now we can get some close-ups. I got fish all swimming around me. Tiny little details like this, and this. And of course, the mouth. I got fishies in my eyes. I have a permanent buffering symbol. Got me a little eye glow. I'm gonna smirk with my eye glow. I always love showing myself off. Got some hands here. And of course, feet. Got me some getas like a fucking old person. But I'm glad you like it. I like it too. Aw, thank you. I had some peculiar inspirations for it. And working with my two modelers. There's so basically started with like an inspiration. Oh, it's you. I'm so sorry about what I said. It's just a book by cover. Failed the librarian assistant. Maybe times when other students give you a hard time. Please don't mind them. Feel free to use the library whenever you want. But the inspiration was partially from Detective Conan, how they always had the criminal as like a silhouette before it was revealed. That was part of the inspiration here. Of course, the long ponytail that I got going on is kind of how I wear my hair, only more fluffy, more frizzy, more spiky. And of course, the really Japanese kimono with moving fish koi to be exact, because of a lame pun that we came up with. Well, I say we, but it was one of my modelers came up with it and carried over the motif. They're decoys. Because I'm a doppelganger. I actually have a mimic that I intend to get rigged eventually that's going to be like the little mascot character some people have. It's like a fish koi themed treasure chest. It's just not rigged yet. One of these days though. I couldn't have done it alone. I had two modelers that really helped me out with it. On your knowledge, you're quite nicely, but you won't be able to raise your guts anymore.
What would you like?
I'd like to return this book.
Thank you. What would you like?
I'd now like to borrow a new book.
Here.
Alright, what's for you do you want? What are you doing right now? Still hanging out in the hallway. You know if something comes up. Got it. Alright, Ryuji, what do you want?
Yo.
Yo, Doppel, you headed home?
Hey.
What do you think about training a bit? Getting rusty if we don't keep ourselves active. Not gonna deepen yet.
Ah, come on.
Dude, I've waited on you a while. I've been working with you, you just ain't working with me. God damn, man. I'm working on something else for a bit. It's like someone's watching me this morning. What should I do? Maybe it wouldn't hurt to ask at least. But then, Lady Ann seems depressed. Oh, never mind. It's nothing. I need to say something. I might be able to say something to Ann if my kindness were considerate. You're pathetic. A real man would know how to soothe Lady Ann's heart. I know I'm pathetic, Morgana. I'll just go study. That won't raise your charm. It will make me feel better when I do better on my test.
Hey. Did you notice?
I forgot to buy the yakisoba pon. Another pencil lead that broke off earlier? Just noticed it's been sitting on my nose the whole time. Way to put your brains to work. You look smarter already. Thanks, Morgana. I know you're just saying that.
Wanna head back?
Well, it's getting late. Should probably call it quits for today. Yes, my whole thing is I do funny voices.
You get to lock up from now on. I can't keep waiting for you to come home.
And I'm
Don't
a massive
start
dork.
any fires, okay?
Don't start any fires. Alright. I thought you gave me this key whenever, you let me explore Yojin Gaia.
Hey!
You wanna go out now that we're allowed? Oh, come to think of it, shouldn't we stop by the air shop and ask about the paper bag? What makes you think I got the guts to do that, Morgana? Besides, I need to study. I guess we can go check out Big Bang Burger, though. See if there's anything good. Nerd! I want to do well on my test. What's up? Heard you guys got a challenge. I know I can't beat it yet.
Oh, you wanna do it?
First, can I order another Earth Burger? Yes. Only one, though. I'll take your challenge. Let's go! Might be able to gain some guts if you do the challenge. Sure you can finish the whole thing? Even if I don't, I'm getting guts out of it. think I need like 2 on everything, and I'm not there yet, but hey, I can get some gets.
Thank you very much.
Thank you for taking the Big Bang Challenge. This is your first time. Your starting rank will be 3rd mate. Thus your aim will be the Comet Burger. God damn! That's a lot bigger than I expected. This burger is a voluptuous as a soaring star burning in the sky. It will not be overcome easily. But should you conquer this challenge, you'll be rewarded with an extravagant prize. Oh, a prize would be great. Good luck, Doppel.
Now then.
Well, it's time to get the 30-minute Big Bang Challenge started. Ready? Go! All this meat. It makes sense for a challenge of such cosmic proportions. I don't think you had the luxury of enjoying the taste. Don't chew, just swallow. That's dangerous.
Oh, man.
Aw, it didn't work out. You had a ton of energy at the start, though. Guess it'll take a while, a bit more courage to tackle this challenge. Difficult to finish the whole thing at my current proficiency. Oh,
yep.
You told me what I'm missing. He's dead! I had a heart attack in the middle of eating this burger. Oh, just 1 guts? Damn.
Wanna head back?
Lame.
Hey!
We're a little more to the right. I can't see the screen. Now for today's trade news. Today's headlines are... Our volleyball beating investigation. The school claims to have left teaching methods up to its staff. It has denied once again that it had any knowledge of the beatings. Palm warning as of next week, greater volumes and arriving later than in previous years. Hotspots of Tokyo experience art in Shibuya. The Madarame exhibit opens next week. People are really talking about the Kamoshida incident. No one in the car knows that we're the ones who did it. Morgana, you're lucky that no one can understand you.
Yep.
Oh, yeah, you got exams starting on Wednesday. Don't tell me you forgot.
Textbooks.
Anyways, today we're talking about the tale of the bamboo cutter. Most theorize it's the oldest story in Japan. Some, it's the oldest science fiction story in the world. If you ask me, it's the oldest story in Japan about a terrible woman. I mean, Princess Kaguya gave her suitors absurd tasks, demanded fancy gifts, then ran off to the moon. Some men lost their fortunes, some humiliated, some even got serious wounds or go blind. Women like Princess Kaguya actually show up in a lot of stories from around the world. Now then, Gengar-kun.
Do you know the answer?
You probably heard that a woman who uses her wiles to lead people to their doom is a femme fatale. What's the literal translation of a femme fatale? A fatal woman.
This is it.
Exactly.
That is correct. The answer is a fatal woman, in French, of course. Some famous examples are the witch Morgana Le Fay from Arthurian legend, and Queen Salome from the Bible. Not to mention the wild, seductive dancer of opera, Carmen. Whoa, we actually knew that? Maybe I should ask if I can borrow his notes.
Nice going.
Ah, you're really smart to be able to answer like that. Yeah, I know I'm smart. If you just say that. Let me just warn you that exams aren't so easy you can pass them with a single night of cramming. Take your time. Make sure you understand the material, okay? You heard her. Must be rough being a student. Well, you got nothing to lose from studying. Give it all you got. Don't worry, Morgana. I got this.
None of these posts are any
Glad I'm not in school anymore.
Everyone's just
Same.
bitching about their parents or their boyfriends. There ain't even a hint about a new palace.
We can't get everything online. Finding a post with a name and location is asking a lot.
Alright, I don't mean to ruin the mood, guys, but I gotta go study.
Guess we just gotta find one ourselves then.
Are you seriously suggesting we look for a target that even the police have overlooked?
Yeah, you're right. We should probably just hold off till exams are done with, huh?
Ryuji, you're gonna fall on your back if you keep doing that.
We can wait and see for a little longer, then worry about coming up empty-handed.
You're a phantom, stop being a nerd!
Oh.
This place is off limits, you know.
Hey, Makoto. How you doing?
We'll get out of here once we're done chatting. Anyways, what's Miss Council President want with us?
The troublemaker, the center of gossip, and the infamous transfer student. Interesting combination.
You want to hang out with us, make it even more interesting? I mean, having someone that straight-laced with these faces, we'd be the talk of the school. You're already the talk of the school. Oh, shit.
Great way to start a conversation.
By the way, it seems as though you got to know Mr. Kamoshida pretty well.
Yeah, I saw him in his underpants inside a castle. I mean, what? Somewhat.
Anyone who attends this school would have interacted with him, whether they liked it or not.
I heard Mr. Kamoshida used a volleyball team member to spread details of your past record.
They also used a volleyball team member to chuck volleyballs at a high speed and try to murder the shit out of us.
Don't you hate him? Mr. Kamoshida, I mean.
Yes.
What's all this about?
Ryuji, that's a very simple question. We can answer yes.
My friend here's an upstanding guy.
I don't mean to offend. Many students have been shaken up by what happened with Mr. Kamoshida. The rumors about that odd calling card-esque posting aren't going away either.
I didn't expect someone like you would care about that tactless stuff, Mijima-senpai.
I don't know that it was tactless. Anyways, we done here? We can't leave if you keep talking to us.
At least try to understand my position. Being forced to deal with this horseplay.
Horseplay?
Ah yes, by the way. It's been decided that this place will be closed off due to the incident. I heard some people are coming up here without permission, after all.
Yeah, us.
I'm sorry to have interrupted you.
Yeah, she can be very rude.
What was that about?
That was our future party member on.
She's onto us. That girl seems rather sharp. We should be cautious of her.
She really pisses me off.
Figure this out.
Talk about a pain in the ass.
That reminds me. Study hard. Especially you, Ryuji. There are bound to be traps that will need to be solved with brains.
Oh, that's funny. You think Ryuji has any hope of... I'm gonna go get some food. Bye, Doppel. Alright, bye, Noir.
Keep in
Have a
mind
great
that
day.
everything you do in your daily
Thanks for
lives
stopping by.
has an impact on your abilities.
True. Studying won't be so bad if we just think of it as helping us prepare to be phantom thieves.
I guess you got a point. But man, it's just so lame. I was all fired up about helping people, not about studying.
Well, I do have somewhere interesting to show you beforehand. You guys did originally promise to help me out with my mission after all.
Yes, we did. But does this affect my studying? I really need to study.
Huh? Mission?
Follow me.
What are you bringing us here for?
Just do as I told you.
Alright, I've got the Phantom Aficionado website up. Now what?
How am I supposed to be your first throne gifter if you don't have gifts on your throne? I didn't know what to put up on there. I'll be honest, I didn't. If I remember correctly, there were like a suggestion feature. Alright, I will. I'll put something simple, like, I don't know, a cool gift card or something. I don't know. I'll figure something out. I also have a Ko-Fi, but I didn't realize someone actually looked at that. Thank you.
Look for a post with a full name in it.
I already said there's no info on any big shots. Don't you remember?
A hunt for everyone's thrones. Aw,
People
that's
actually
sweet.
go put someone's real name on here. That's some scary shit.
You won't listen to what I say. No, wait. There's no name on this one.
Someone's bad-mouthing me in online chat rooms. This one's got a name.
Do they just have a username?
Ignore those. Aren't there
Bye.
any
See you later.
trouble?
I don't know what to do about my ex who's stalking me. His name is Natsuhiko Nakanohara.
Damn, that is a confusing to pronounce name. And very long, too. God damn.
It says he's a teller at City Hall.
You think it has better things to do then?
That should be a suitable target. Alright, now get the meta-nav ready.
We're just gonna jump right into a palace? Fine by me.
Hey! What happened to all that talk of unanimous decision? What do you think we should do?
Let's go.
That's what I'm talking about.
Okay then, let's go.
We need a name and a place, right? So the name is...
Actually, we don't need a location this time. Just enter exactly what I say. The key word is... mementos.
Huh?
Mentos? My breath smell that bad? No, mementos. It's the name of the place. Oh.
Just listen to me. It should work. I think.
Ah, jeez. That again? Mementos, was it?
How do we spell it? You guys are stupid.
Candidate found.
We got a hit?
Just as I thought.
Everyone disappeared.
Ah, sweet. No one in line.
It kind of feels like I'm walking on air.
Is this that Nakanohara guy's palace?
That's half right, but half wrong. This is a type of palace, but it's different from the normal ones. Come on, let's head down. The shadows here lurk underground. I don't quite understand why. It may be because they're drawn to something.
Underground? How are we going to get there?
There are stairs.
You use it every day on your way to school. Follow me.
Wait up, Cat!
We get down there and Morgana stabs him. I'm not a cat!
Wait, our clothes changed?
The shadows know we're here?
Since the moment we stepped in.
You should have told us!
We're still safe right here. I've come to investigate a number of times. Shadows never come up to this floor.
I mean, that's good.
But it's a different story once you go down. This place is simply teeming with them.
Teeming.
More importantly, what is this mementos? It's about time you start explaining.
Mementos is everyone's palace.
He looks so smug.
Huh? What do you mean, everyone's?
A palace as grand as the previous castle only forms when a person's wishes are extremely distorted. So instead of many individual palaces, the general public has one gigantic shared palace. That's where we are now. Mementos.
Now that you mention it, this place feels a bit different from Kamoshida's palace.
When you say shared, you mean they're all put together? Even though they're just strangers?
Think of it as the collective unconscious. No, never mind. You wouldn't understand that.
That's... Try us.
So what you're saying is... using this place, we can even change the hearts of people who don't have a palace?
Correct. The steps to do so are slightly different, though.
But this place looks pretty huge. Are we gonna be able to get around just by walking?
It seems the time has finally come. Morgana! Transform!
He had a little Kamen Rider thing.
Come now, Panther. Ladies first.
Hell yeah!
A car? No way!
This comes from the way cognition materializes in the metaverse, plus a bit of extra training. It's not dissimilar to how you guys transform.
You turning into a car is totally different than our clothes changing.
Ryuji, shut up and get in the Morgana mobile.
For some reason, cats turning into buses is an extremely widespread cognition among the general public.
Morgana, we have to show you My Neighbor Totoro, and then you'll understand.
Why a bus, though?
Okay, on. We also have to show you My Neighbor Totoro, then you'll understand.
No idea.
Wait, why didn't you do this at the castle?
I would have if I could. But that castle was cramped. There were tons of stairs, and no way this fits on top of a chandelier.
Hey, Skull! Ladies first!
Hey, stop pulling me! Oh, that's dangerous!
Panther, please be gentle!
Oh my.
All aboard! Let's go!
You brought this in the back.
Why are you all just sitting back there? I'm a car, remember? I'm not going anywhere unless someone drives me.
You can't drive yourself?
Do you know how to drive?
Time to bust my moves.
Safety first, okay?
You'd better not smash up my beautiful face. You hear me?
All right then, we'll leave the driving to you.
Now start the engine. You can't drive if it's not running.
Oh, jeez, what a pain. Where's the key to this thing?
Why would you need a key? There's a switch just down next to the steering wheel. That tickles. Lower, lower.
No.
Oh, there. That feels so good.
Is that purring I hear? Oh, what a creepy-ass car.
Ryuji, he's a cat car.
Don't underestimate my meowdery engine. We're going full throttle. It's time to fly!
Whoa!
Man, this place really does feel like a palace. Get this strange driving on the tracks like this in the real world. Anyways, Nakanohamura. That's somewhere in here, right? Most likely in the segment of his own creation. Don't worry, it won't be the size of a palace. Our next stage is to find an entrance to that segment.
And again.
What's this entrance gonna look like? No idea, but strong instructions should be pretty obvious with visual clues. We gotta go wandering around for it then? What a goddamn pain in the ass.
Alright, the first move is ours.
Sona. Ravage them!
Let me handle this. Yeah!
Oh, Mitch!
Go, give me more!
That's the trick.
Let's do this! It's almost scary how good I am. good I am.
What are you doing? Trying to kill me? Lend me your power. And let's talk. Once we understand you, me then you my power.
Poor thing, it looks scared to death.
After me look closer, me see you really young human. You're not even alive that many years. Why you fight and put yourself in harm's way? I want to get stronger. Get stronger? Oh, because you a man, huh? Say no more, human. Me get it. Me know humans take cruelty in raising descendants, your future generation. And so me have to ask, you give much thought, what if you go place where you could die at any moment? I've thought about it. You cannot make up your mind? It's actually very human of you. Me remember talking to you before. Me remember now. Me am not shadow that belong here. Me exist in the sea of souls of humans. Me am slime. My power is your power. Use it how you want. Alright.
That's a new one, isn't it?
Okay.
Knock knock.
A trick. That one is no joke. Be careful. Ice is the shadow's weak spot.
Persona!
Jack Frost!
Ravage them!
Ooh, very nice.
Skadoosh!
Boom time.
Yeah! Nice!
Yeah! Victory!
Okay. Man, that was easy.
Persona!
Go!
Succubus! You're
Woofu!
Joker took one out. All right.
Persona! Go down!
Joker took one out. All right.
It's time. Ravage them!
Skadoosh!
A
Losers.
spectacular victory.
Okay.
That was easy.
Glad y'all thought so. The way out, but we're not going out. Stay down on this floor.
Oh, crap.
Four bows. Don't lose here. Use wind to hit its weak point.
Wind of fire.
Let's go. Go down!
Looking cool, Joker.
You're mine.
Looking cool, Joker.
Go!
All right. Pass the baton and follow up. Zoro, show your might.
Baton pass. All on attack! Hell yeah!
A stylish victory. Three of them, but we're the better team.
Persona!
Oh.
Joker took one out. All right.
Let's go. You're mine.
Skittish.
Took one out. All right.
Sona.
You know what?
Something else.
Oh, not down. That was incredible, Joker.
Wait, don't! No.
All right. Piece of cake.
I believe this is our stop. Dude, the hell is that? It's all wavy and shit. There's a place. Sent the targets up ahead. Now, are you ready, Joker? Let's do it.
Hmm?
Hey, something's over there. That seems to be Nakahora, a shadow. Let me see. Some front desk guy at City Hall became a stalker, right? I don't know how much evil he's done, but we have to do something if he's bothering other people. Alright, let's go talk to him. What's up, dude?
Who are you?
Are you that stalker? Haven't you ever stopped to consider how your ex feels?
She's my property. I can do whatever I want with her.
No. No.
It's not like she didn't treat me like a plaything. What's wrong with me doing the same?
You can't treat someone like shit just because they did it to you. What a load of crap.
You might just both be terrible.
We're gonna change the hearts of all the bastards like you.
There are millions of people far worse than me.
Yeah, they're on the list.
What about Madarame? He stole everything from me, but you're letting him off the hook?
Madarame? What the hell's this guy going on about?
Could you give us a full name? No? Okay.
Get ready. Here he comes.
Now that I finally have what's rightfully mine, I'm not going to let you take it away! Look, this is a winner takes all war! Come fight me and I'll show you what I mean! Oh. You might find me difficult to deal with.
Nice! Your gambit works! Persona! This one!
Persona! Eat this!
Hey, boy!
You're on the ground! Nice going, Skull!
Is it all out attack?
Finish him!
Persona! Alright.
Persona! Take this! Nice one! They're at your Persona!
You're quite vulnerable to this.
According to plan.
Persona! How about this?
Persona!
According to plan.
Persona! Go!
Skitoosh! There he goes. Look at that.
I leveled up. Whoa, badass!
Lulu, you did it!
I'm sorry. Please forgive me.
No.
I couldn't stop obsessing. Not after this person I trusted used me and then disposed of me.
Which person?
Hold on. Are you talking about that guy you mentioned earlier? Madarame?
I was afraid of being thrown away again, like some worthless thing.
So some selfish bastard was making you suffer too. Still, you shouldn't have dragged an unrelated woman into your mess.
Yes, I know that now. I'll put an end to my love for her. Hey, you can change people's hearts, right? In that case, won't you change Madarami's heart before more people fall victim to him?
We'll look into it.
Change Madarame's heart?
What's that shining thing?
It's the bud of a treasure. Had we left it be, it very well may have blossomed into a palace. Joker, this will make a perfect reward.
Hell yeah. Yoink.
So Nakanohara had a change of heart, right?
Most likely.
But how are we supposed to know if we succeeded?
Well, the lady posted the dude's name online. If he really does change, she'll probably comment again.
You do have a point.
Either way, training against shadows down here is the best. It's great prep for our next target.
Yeah, it's
also
nice to be able to
give
get some
courage
experience
to
and
the
shit.
people who post their problems online.
On top of that, we can sell whatever treasure we get for some cold hard cash.
Well, sounds like things are going pretty great for us. All right, we did it.
Hold on. There's somewhere I want to show you guys before we leave.
What, there's more?
Don't worry, it won't take long. Well then.
Why don't we leave this room first? You wanna leave, Joker? I mean, you said we should. So yeah, let's go. Take your time.
Guess we gotta do it.
What do we want to do? Something I'd like to check in an area further down. The platform we saw earlier should be the way down. Let's head there first. Wait, you've been here before, right? You got like a map or something? That would hold no meaning in this place. The layout changes every time you enter.
For real?
Wait, so our path changes too? Places fuse cognition of countless numbers of people, constantly shifting. Even so, our destination should be pretty close. Counting on you, Joker. I'm gonna beat people up on the way there.
Go down.
Cool! Looking cool, Joker!
Yours.
Alright, pass the baton and follow up! It's almost scary how good I am. It's almost scary how good I am.
Kill him! You're done, son.
Okay.
Didn't even break a sweat.
There's a dangerous one in there.
Persona!
Yes. Dangerous for them.
Marvelous! Nice, it exploded. We're done here. Let's go. Nice work, team.
Okay.
A stylish victory.
Alright,
Let's go.
first move is ours.
Ravage them!
Bye.
Alright.
Go ahead.
Alright, Roger. Pass the baton and follow up. Thanks, Carmen.
Fire.
Rock the map. You're so gorgeous, Panther. I'll yell another baton pass.
Gun.
Serves you right.
Okay, guys.
Finish him.
Okay.
Good work. Keep it up.
Oh, hold on a sec. You guys hearing something? The trains are totally running!
Of course they are. We're in the subway, you know.
Yeah, but I thought this was a palace.
And maybe this is how the public views this place? I don't know.
People go through this darkness every day?
Forget that! You sure we're cool running around on these tracks?
Should be fine as long as we're not on the same ones. I think. I'm no train expert.
You've gotta be kidding me!
Anyway, let's head to the lower area. It should be right after we go down that escalator.
Alright, let's go.
This way!
Oh, alright, there it is. The thing I wanted to make sure of is inside.
What is this place? It's kinda creepy.
Got style, though.
And a dead
In a
end at
demonic
that.
sense.
Why does it even exist?
Now hold on. Just watch. This is most likely not an ordinary wall. If my hunch is correct.
Boop.
It opened.
A new area has been confirmed in the depths. Updating guidance information.
See? It's just as I thought.
What do you mean?
That wall wouldn't budge when I came here by myself before. But it'd be weird for the deepest part of Mementos to be some normal place like this, wouldn't it?
So you're thinking there's gotta be more?
Yeah. Now that Kamoshida's palace is gone and people are actually starting to talk about us, I knew something had to have changed down here.
How deep is it? Should we try going further down?
Let's not. That's not why we're here today, remember? We've already accomplished our goal. We should head back, and I'll explain more once we're home.
Alright. Let's go. Keep changing me out of my Power Ranger suit, though.
Hey, look! A person? In Mementos?
Hello, small child.
Maybe it's this one. Ooh, tasty.
Hey, what's he drinking?
Got yourself some juice?
I thought I felt something strange for a second. So, who are you guys? We should be asking.
Good point. Sorry about that. It's customary for a human to introduce itself before asking another human for its name. Thanks for reminding me, Mr. Tanuki? No, Cat?
What took so long to come up with cat? And I'm not either of those.
Sure.
Yeah, getting confused about that seems pretty normal to me.
My name is Jose. I'm looking for flowers. I'm
You
pretty
picked
surprised
one
to
hell of
see
a
some
place to
normal
look
humans
for 'em.
running around. I didn't know people could just come here.
Well, we are pretty special. Wait, that's not important. Who you are is what matters right now.
When you said you were looking for flowers, did you mean that floating thing?
That's right, pretty lady. Those seem to be the ones I've been looking for. I'm collecting as many of them as I can, because I'm studying humans.
Studying humans? That's why you turned a flower into a drink?
Seems like a roundabout way to study.
Yep.
Drinking flower juice counts as studying?
He's just like, can I use that in my exams and just not have to study?
Hey, could you guys help me with my research?
How?
By collecting flowers for me. I wouldn't ask you to do it for free, though. I find all kinds of stuff you can use while you're exploring. I'll trade you some of that stuff for more flowers.
Well, what do you think? Should we try and get him some flowers?
Sounds
Seems
good to
like
me.
it could do us some good, but we don't know this kid. You gotta be careful.
sure he's fine. Let's give him a hand. He seems like he could use it, and it shouldn't be too hard to pick flowers while we're exploring, right?
Okay. Any other reasons?
He called me pretty lady. No! Lady on!
You're a cat, that's a kid. Neither of you have a chance.
It's probably fine. I mean, he said he'd give us useful stuff and all. What'd he say?
Well, are you going to help me find the flowers or not?
Let's help him.
Thanks. Wait, hang on a second. We still have no idea who this kid is.
True.
Don't go thanking us just yet, bud. Aw, are you tired, kitty? You seem grumpy.
Grumpy.
I am not a cat, and I'm not grumpy. Oh, okay. Then, are you hungry? I learned hunger can make a person turn grumpy. Here, you can have this.
Cookie.
Thanks, but I'll pass.
Well, yeah, you're making the kid worry about you even more. Guess there's no way out of this one.
I'll be looking for flowers around here, so stop by and say hi if you see me.
Okie doke.
Oh, and I guess just gathering flowers would be kind of boring, huh? Since you humans seem to enjoy playing so much, I'll come up with some fun games for you. Ah, I also remembered something humans like to say to each other. Good job.
Who in the hell was that?
If he's studying humans, does that mean he isn't one? I mean, he just seemed like some nice kid.
Could be a cognitive being.
Well, he didn't feel like a shadow. I wouldn't say he's dangerous. At least for now.
Anyways, if we see any of those flowers he wants, I guess we can grab them for him.
I've never found out what's up with him.
Whoa!
I totally forgot.
Hey!
There's something I've been meaning to give all to you. Something for us. Yeah, the thing is, I picked up something strange while I was exploring earlier. Here it is.
Huh?
Oh, what the heck is that? It's a star. At least that's what it looks like. So that's what I call them. A star? So what about... Oh, So what about it did you want to show us? Making wishes on stars, right? That's so interesting. Stars granting wishes. The star is going to grant your wishes.
Wait!
Our wishes? Or it would be nice to think that. Nice to think that. Seriously?
Hey!
I'll get this to you. It's so sparkly and beautiful. You want it too, don't you? Sign of our friendship. I know what that is.
Doing good?
Off I go. Now, good job.
Hey, wait!
Hey, wait. Well, there he goes. Star, huh? He said he'd grant our wishes or something. I highly doubt something like that would ever actually happen, even mementos. Well, I guess you can at least try making a wish.
Oh, I know.
Oh, I wish for an all-you-can-eat parfait with 0 calories.
All right.
An extra large beef ball, pork soup on the side. Nothing's happening. Was Skull's wish too petty?
Huh?
You want to talk? I guess things just don't happen that easy.
Hey!
But we can't just throw the thing away. Hold on to it for now.
Well then.
Well, it's been unexpected. Let's head back now. And now, back to your regularly scheduled Persona 5.
Mementos, huh? Still don't really get that place. Oh, and what was that wall thing we saw at the end?
Not entirely sure, but that wall must have been there for a reason. If Mementos is the public's palace, though, it might be affected by the general public's belief in us.
Why do you know so much about it, Morgana?
My memories are a little foggy in that regard. However, I need to know what lies in the depths of Mementos. No matter
what?
Mementos is not just everyone's palace. It's the source of all palaces.
Dun dun dun!
It used to be that palaces like Kamoshida's with one ruler simply didn't exist. So if we can do something about the greatest cause of distortions, I'm certain my appearance will...
You wanted someone to save you too.
I just needed pawns.
Sure, Morgana, sure.
I see. So that's why you came poking your nose around with us.
I'll help you. I hope you can regain what you've lost.
I'll be relying on you guys.
Aww, I love you too, Mr. Kitty.
By the way, Morgana, are you a boy? Or might you be a girl?
Morgana is Morgana. Definitely a boy.
Yeah, I agree. I wanted to make sure though, just in case.
He's got testicles.
What if he smells like an old person?
Stop that! In any case, of course I'm male! I mean,
What is it?
No, it's nothing. We're done talking about that. Anyway, we now know that we can perform minor changes of heart in Mementos. If we come across any eye-catching leads, it may be worth dealing with them for a bit of combat practice.
There weren't any other outstanding ones, though.
I bet we'll get tons of them if we can change someone famous and make the Phantom Thieves well known. The big fish are our main targets, after all.
First, you need to find a way to get through your exams.
I go home and study.
Study.
Yusuke! Man, that Nakanohara guy was a piece of cake. If we can take down some kind of big target next, we'd totally get famous. Well, we're trying to help people, not get famous. But if people don't know who we are we gonna give them any courage? Are you sure, Ryuji? Am I wrong? I don't think that you're necessarily wrong. We should be doing this at all if we don't have a reason, like with Kamoshida. You mean we shouldn't be attacking or sticking our nose in other people's business? I don't know, man. If someone's in trouble, it's only natural to help them. Yeah, but you don't help them for the fame. That's the point. I mean, I agree with that, but I guess I was glad we were able to solve the stalker case. What's good? What's good about our personas? We don't use them for good. Do you agree, Doppel? I want to help people. Same goes for me. Don't get much time to be arguing over this either. That Madarame guy bothers me. Yeah, but no getting carried away, you understand? And don't do anything to stand out like fail all your exam. Oh crap, speaking of that, I haven't studied at all. What about that star, the one Jose gave you? What if that could help us ace the exams? Yeah, somehow I doubt that. I'd settle for just not failing. Bargaining isn't going to help you here. We wouldn't use it for that in the first place. Maybe you should just, I don't know, put some actual effort into it. You still got time. Fine.
What's up?
So Ryuji, did he mention anything about Mementos? Anything you want to know, I can tell you. I gotta study. Hey, Daddy.
Now listen up.
Not much time for studying when you go in the world. You study while you can.
What do you want to do?
I gotta study.
Make sure your clothes are.
Alright, I'm heading home.
Wow!
I know, I'm so smart.
Well then.
Oh. Announcement for Ray? New bubbles. Hold on. Ah, community. Unite Sunday. They're playing Fall Guys. Hey, saw the forum. Nice job sticking it to that stalker. Phantom Aficionado website comes in handy, didn't it? What are you talking about? It's okay, you don't have to say it. I know deep down in my heart that it was useful. Anyways, I'm in Shibuya right now. I'd love if you could come hear me out about your future actions. We're at the diner in Shibuya. Gotta swing by.
What is he up to?
Probably being a little dork.
How have things been? You know, with the special activities. Oops. Sorry about that. I haven't been getting a lot of sleep lately.
Why is this spot voiced?
I've been staying up managing the fan site all night. Every night. I think it's called PR.
Dude, get some sleep.
The Phantom Thieves Aficionado website. Fan site for short. You need a catchy name if you want people to notice you. This is all a bit of P-Thieves propaganda.
Did you say P3? No, P-Thieves. Oh.
Basically, there's no point to taking down bad guys if nobody's gonna know about it. That's why I've started a blog for posts from people you guys saved, while filtering out the haters.
I don't know if I'd frame it like that, but...
We need the Phantom Thieves to be seen in the proper light if we want to make the name popular, right?
Done good, kid.
Really? Just hearing you say that makes my all-nighters worth it.
But dude, get some sleep.
Actually, I really want to know how you punish people. Don't worry, I'm not gonna ask. It wouldn't be any fun if you just up and told me.
Well, you see, me and Ryuji take a cocking cat that can turn to a van into the subway, which turns into the palace of everyone in the world, or at least in Japan, to where we summon up a manifestation of our own personalities in the form of gods and monsters, and beat the ever-loving shit out of them, like looking like we're going to a costume party. You get all that?
After all, the Phantom Thieves have a reputation for being secretive.
Yeah, secretive. Ryuji just going outside. Hey guys, we're the Phantom Thieves! Who gave him the megaphone?
But I'll still be here to draw attention to the stuff you do. You can leave that part to me. I'm gonna use my fan site to promote the Phantom Thieves and weed out any negative comments. Your popularity is gonna be at my mercy. Or, my fingertips. It's like I'll be your strategic image management representative, so to speak.
Sounds cool.
I knew you'd understand. Anyway, I'm gonna do everything I can to make sure that title's more than just for show.
Dude, get some sleep.
I've gotta say though, managing the Phantom Thieves' reputation is tiring work. The forum gets all sorts of weird posts, including tons of things unrelated to reforming society. It'd defeat the purpose of the site if the truth of the Phantom Thieves was buried among all that garbage.
Yeah, I gotta have proper moderation.
Oh, but you don't need to worry. I'll sort through all the trash. Speaking of which, I've actually already found some worthwhile info about our very own school. Our quest to boost your popularity can start close to home. I'll give it my all.
I appreciate that. Mishima seems motivated.
All right. might be overworking myself, though.
Yeah, dude, get some sleep.
Man, I'm exhausted. I think I'd fall asleep on the spot if I weren't talking to you. I should head home.
Yeah, you should.
See you later.
Side note, the cafe is now open. Oh hey Ganger, listen to this! I was checking the fan site earlier. Found a bunch of hater comments about the Phantom Thieves. Got me so mad I'm not even sleeping anymore. This point, I might as well put an all-nighter fighting back. All-nighters can mess you up. You're worried about my health? Aw, thanks. Now I'm more motivated. And it's gonna work my butt off, just watch me. Dude, sleep! Oh, duty calls. Better set out for the Battle of the Fan Site. Time for a wild night of modding and banning. Please be responsible with moderation. You don't want to go on a power trip. Hey, your midterms are coming up, aren't they? Better make sure you're ready to study. You know that diner in Shibuya told you it could be a good place for studying, right? Yeah, permission to go out at night. No time like the present.
Well then.
Reminds me of home shopping. Right. Home shopping. Oils or... yeah, let's buy some nutrients. Head over to Shibuya. Studying will cause time to pass, but will improve your knowledge. In addition, you'll be able to improve your guts as well. Items add to the menu depending on the season. During bad weather, you'll be able to increase your knowledge even more than usual. Want to study here? Let's go in.
Yep.
Welcome, may I take your order? We added a new menu now that renovations are finished. Would you like to try it? Surprise Sando with nostalgic steak. Guts. And nostalgic steak. Let's do nostalgic steak for kindness. Got it. I'll be back with your order. It's a lot to snack on while you're studying. Portions are definitely grand.
Hey!
Sure look happy. You savor the taste of Grandma's kindness. Hell yeah, I did. Looks like you're able to get some studying done. Just too much. There's just too much noise. I see.
Wanna head back?
I'll come study here when it's raining, maybe. We'll see. How things go.
What?
Whoa, what's with the goggles? You on snowboarding or something? I hear the seeds are blooming later than usual. Climate change and what have you. All allergies suck. Well, I couldn't go to the mountains even if I wanted to. My eyes and nose would gush like rivers. That sounds awful.
Seems pretty rough.
That's right, the news said pollen season was starting later than usual. It's like pollen problems are only just begun. People are about to have some itchy eyes. Might affect mementos in the same way weather does. You have allergies?
Allergies? Oh, maybe. I do feel kinda dazed and everything feels weird. But, actually, I've been having this feeling that someone's watching me. I hope not. Oh, maybe I just can't shake off the feeling of infiltrating a palace. At the palace, we're always... So it has to be my imagination. Yeah.
Hey, do you think the atmosphere at school kind of different now? I mean, with there being no Kamoshida. Yeah, no one ever talked about him out in the open like this before. That's true. I wish somebody just thanked us for it or something. Either way, everything has worked out for the best. After all, Kamoshida has actually been punished for his crimes. That's victory enough for me. I agree. I wonder what happened. What's gonna happen to him now? He's a famous criminal at this point, right? He's gonna have to deal with people hating him forever. That might be true, but I don't have any sympathy for him. He got what he deserved, for sure. Hey, got some new info for you. I saw on the fan site, but I heard about it at school too. Anyways, there's a guy at school whose bullying has gone too far. I wanted to help the victim, but that's impossible for me. I bet the fan thieves could do something about it. I mean, you already changed the heart of that stalker, so it should be a breeze, right? Piece of cake. You're amazing. Bully is a brown-haired guy I frequently see standing outside in front of the school entrance. And from what I can tell, his name is Daisuke Akanashi. I know you can handle this. Small case. Yeah. Let's build up some requests first.
Yep.
We're all here. Wanna go to Mementos, right? What are you talking about? Don't we need to study for exams?
Let's go!
Don't worry about that stuff. Know the details. Just go charging in head first. It's easy for you to say, but we don't even have a target.
Let's go.
It's actually not a problem anymore. Some intel's come from Mishima.
Alright!
Oh, perfect timing. Let's just go right in now. Then. You really do anything to avoid studying, huh? Guess I'll go study at home. Yeah. Do 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 do. La, 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 la. I'm here to raid your vending machines.
Oh. Oh.
Alright, library. Let's do it. I gotta study. Hell yeah.
Wanna head back?
Ah, you're back. Yo.
Hey, Daddy. And the box came for you.
Hey!
Last weekend, the police visited school where Kamoshida topped for questioning. The students found it hard to hide the balloon as a scandal surrounding a popular teacher. Police plan to finalize the arrest once they collect more evidence and finish investigating. There weren't any police at the front entrance when we were there. Looks like the case is coming to a close. I'm already bummed about tests coming up. I'll be in trouble for anything that's not English. I haven't been studying at all. Maybe we can make some progress if we keep an eye on each other. Want to study together? Hell yeah! You're a big help. Let's meet at a diner in Shibuya. Now, if only Billy had started your social link, I'd get some friggin' affection points here. Long sentence is tough. Try to think about what the underlined section means. Are you starting to understand how to dissect this problem? Thanks, Sue. I'm so jealous you get to have one-on-one study session with Lady Eon, Doppel. Seems like you're making some progress, more progress than usual, too. I'm smart.
That's not it.
Actually, not so good at this because of my time abroad. Anyways, time to study. Here you go. Do you think you can help me with math next?
Let's get back.
I'm so tired. Let's stop here.
It looks like you're attending school seriously.
Hey, baby.
You also seem pretty close with Takamaki-san if you're both coming to school together.
Yeah, we're pals.
You just transferred here, though. I guess you two really click.
Yeah, you as well.
I see. You seemed a lot closer than that yesterday morning. I heard she was a victim of Mr. Kamoshida. But was that all there was to it? Either way, closer inspection should clear everything up. Goodbye.
Alright, Makoto. Exams start tomorrow. Are you all ready? Now then, pick up from last time. The end of the Heian period marks the rise of the samurai, which I'm sure you've all been waiting for. As described in the tales of Heike, here was a time when all those great would fall from grace. It wasn't unusual for the heroes of yesterday to be struck down as rebels of the present day. The way we sympathizing with the loser or the weak is called magistrate's patronage. The term came from Miyamoto no Yotsune's position, and also because of a way of referring to him as well. Alright, Ginga-kun.
Do you know the answer?
You know the time period Yoshitsune was active in, don't you? It was the end of the Heian period. I know Yoshitsune was active during the Heian period, but the people who he worked for during it turned on him after the turn of it, and it was part of what it was like. He was one of the many people who were tossed out with the garbage. So are they referring to his active military service, or whenever they started hunting him down? I'm just gonna say Heian.
This is it.
Correct.
That's right. He supported his brother Yoritomo during the Heian period, but despite his contributions in defeating the Taira, he was driven out by his brother and ultimately executed. However, in the centuries that followed, Yoshitsune has become popular as a tragic hero. Wow, really? Gamer does seem pretty smart. Yeah, thanks for the knowledge. Rather than siding with the one who has overwhelming power, people prefer the underdog opposing them. Sort of like rooting for a minor league baseball team instead of an all-star major league one.
Yep.
I can understand that. It's like we won't root for him, who will?
What are your thoughts?
Confident in your exams, you can always liven up the day and head to Mementos. Now I have to get some info on the target before we went, though. Yeah, I need to study. You got plans today? Still in the hallway, so let me know if something comes up. Let's see what he's got. Alright, dude. You gonna study? This is gonna be a study session?
Yo.
Doppel, you heading home? What do you think we got training a bit? No rush if we don't keep ourselves active. Nah. I'm gonna study.
Yep.
Alright.
Wanna head back?
Ah,
Hey, Daddy.
You're back.
Exams are coming up soon. Not gonna jump on studying without me, right? Right? I do what we want to do together. Serious trouble. Wanna study with the Yuji? Decide later. Oh, let me do this crossword first.
Hey, hey!
Or the May Blues. Doom's partner. Plant disease. Dull pain. Numb? No, there's no N. Doom's partner. Oh wait, is this... I think it's allergies, but I gotta look up how to spell that. Answer malice? Alright. M-A-L-A or Malice. Japan, the May Blues are named as such due to the changing seasons and other people falling ill after the long holidays at April's end. Similar terms are used across the world. Students in the US get September blues after summer vacation, while the UK has January blues to contend with.
Alright.
I see.
Oh wow, even I couldn't figure that one out.
Nice.
It's smarter after solving this crossword puzzle. Thanks. I cheated. Yes, study of the Ryuji. A huge help. We wait in the diner, Shibuya. Alright, and Ryuji, please, for the love of God. Bond. Yeah, I'm starting to get the hang of this, so I guess that's what I do with this one too. Wait, that's no good. Damn it, what did I mess up on? Flashed out and over. Good advice, Doppel. It's important to revisit and review when things went wrong. I don't think that's a level up for knowledge, but that was pretty nice.
Yeah.
Over here, if I just fix this... Whoa, awesome! Oh, finally, Ryuji. Problem solved, you're friggin' amazing, dude. I'm gonna grab a refill. Solving that question got me really pumped up. Hell yeah, dude.
Wanna head back?
Can't believe it. A school assembly during exam week? What the hell are they thinking? It's the day after tomorrow, right? I wonder if it's gonna be about Mr. Kamoshida again. I can't believe the schools messed our schedules like this. I don't care what it's about. It's going to have nothing to do with the students. I wish they'd stop dragging us into their mess.
Seems pretty rough.
Mandatory assembly during exam week, huh? Sounds rough for all of you.
Well,
Now then, let's begin the first day of exams. Its historical figure, inspiration of the idiom favoring the magistrate. Yoshitsune.
Ooh, we can do
Sounds
this.
about right. See, an essay question. Sounds tough. Let's calm down. Think of it. Not it through. I had the reason why Yoshitsune is viewed as a hero. My brother, right? I think his name was, oh god, Yoshitomo? Yeah, that's the one. Worked a lot for his brother. Ended up in conflict. In the end, and they had to oppose each other. Yoshitomo won. Yeah, he committed suicide after being exiled by his brother. In the law, Yoshitsune is the one who went down in history as a hero. Probably because people tend to sympathize with figures of power. It's more with the weak. Yeah, not just any weak person though. People love rooting for an underdog. Stand up to powerful oppressors. Yoshitsune did that to his brother. The reason Yoshitsune is treated as a hero is because he stood up against the powerful Yoshitomo. Yoritomo. You finished in time. Awesome. Time is up. Put down your pencils and put your hands under your desk.
Let's get started.
Today is the second day of exams. You may begin. What brain function is responsible for the phenomenon of seeing an illusion in this figure? Cognition.
Ooh, we can do this.
Which of the following maps can you paint without any adjacent areas being the same color? Map the world. Both.
Ooh, we can
Sounds about right.
Okay, class, let's get started.
Does anyone have a test? Does everyone have a test? You may begin. Name the book that defined malfactors as the chief factor in the progress of the human race. The Devil's Dictionary.
Ooh, we can do this.
What character archetypes refer to mysterious and seductive women, typically with ulterior motives? Femme fatale.
Ooh, we can do this.
Oh, what assembly at this time of year? Really? This can bring our... Think we can bring our flashcards in? Kamoshida is just one of the many things wrong with this school. I gotta hurry home and study. That Kamoshida is still causing us trouble even when he's gone.
Ever since that specific incident, many of you have voiced concerns that I could not bear to ignore. We believe the mental health of our student body is absolutely vital, so we've acquired the services of a therapist. The floor is yours, Doctor.
And now to present you with another piece of new Royale content.
Isn't he hot?
Of course, that's the first statement.
It's nice to meet you all.
Whoa, his voice is sexy.
Is it? I don't know.
My name is... Huh? My name is Takuto Maruki. Thank you for welcoming me to your school.
That's embarrassing.
No need to be formal with me, though. I'm just here to counsel anyone who's interested. You can even call me Doc, if that would help you feel more comfortable. Any assistance you need, I'll be... Oh, I guess I'm not really any good for helping with money problems.
Thank you, Dr. Maruki.
What a doofus.
Yo. You ever expect this place to actually give a shit about our mental health?
It's probably all just for show.
Well, our school's made national news. Maybe they figured they'd look even worse if they didn't do anything for us.
And Dr. what's his name?
Doc.
Maruki.
Yeah, wasn't that guy just basically clowning it up on stage? You really think he'll do us any good?
Ryuji.
He's right there.
Hey there. Sakamoto-kun and Takamaki-san, right? And that must make you...
Giga-kun.
How do you know our names?
Well, I was informed of certain students before beginning my tenure here. Those that had, previous interactions with Mr. Kamoshida.
Yeah, previous interactions. I shot him in the face.
It must have been especially tough for you after having just transferred here.
Think I'd end up in a castle.
You idiot!
I will throw you guys under the bus just to see your reaction. It's hilarious.
Oh, looks like this guy didn't get much sleep last night.
So,
of course not.
What do you want with us?
Ah, yes, I'd forgotten.
Actually, who am I kidding? Of course I got a good night's sleep. Morgana made sure I did.
I know I already offered my services to the student body earlier, but would you three be interested in counseling?
Nope, not at all.
Huh?
How's that surprising?
You were just a touch more emphatic about it than I'd expected. Ah, but if you come to my office, you can have free snacks. All you can eat. Would
be nice, but there's still plenty to be had. So how about it? Tell me more about these snacks.
Hey, don't fall for that.
To be frank, I've been explicitly ordered to provide counseling to the students directly involved with Mr. Kamoshida. It's in the school's interest. For its students.
For its public image.
Ah, the school's interest, huh?
I know that asking you to be open with a complete stranger like myself is a lot. Making this mandatory wouldn't do you any good either. Might as well turn it into a worthwhile experience. Ooh, I know. If you attend my counseling sessions, I'll teach you different ways to improve your mental acuity. Like ways to hone your concentration before exams, or not getting nervous on dates. How's that sound?
That sounds fantastic. Mental training. If I make good use of this, it may aid in our Phantom Thief activities too.
There's also snacks.
I'm in.
All right, enough with the snacks.
No, Ryuji, let him cook. He's got snacks.
So, which way are you leaning?
I'm gonna do it.
I guess it'd just be more trouble for us if we didn't go.
Yeah.
Really? Then I guess it's a deal. I'll be in the nurse's office. Feel free to come by whenever it's convenient for you.
Well, we should get going.
Okay, I'll see you later. Thanks for taking my counseling into consideration.
Hey, you got snacks. Of course I was going to consider
Now
it.
that we have a deal, I promise I'll do my best to help you.
I made a deal with Maruki. You must have had some handsome doctor, mental health person giving you snacks. That's very civic.
It's hard to believe an ordinary high school student could accomplish such grandiose heists. One would need a heart of steel, unaffected by outside influences, and prepared to act without hesitating. There has to be someone who helped strengthen your mental state. Sound like somebody you know?
My cat. Oh yes, the talking cat you mentioned. Yeah, the talking cat.
Give me a name.
I am thou, thou art I. Thou hast acquired a new vow. It shall become the wings of rebellion that breaketh thy chains of captivity. With the birth of the Counselor Persona, I have obtained the winds of blessing that shall lead to freedom and new power.
Do 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 do.
All right. What's the holdup, dude?
Sorry, I was having a flash forward.
Well then.
Bad act.
Okay, quiet down.
Alright, settle down. I have an addendum to the earlier assembly regarding in the counseling you all been offered. The counselor will be available to you starting after school today in the nurse's office. Mr. Maruyuki will only be posted here through November, so be sure to speak with him soon if you feel the need. For the majority of you, it's your choice whether or not to see him, but there are a few students I'll speak with later. The school decided visit Miss Dr. Maruyuki will be mandatory for those individuals. You guys gonna go for it? What, the counseling? Sounds like we're being forced to. Told Maruyuki I'd do it, but I don't know if I'm really into the idea, you know? Let's do it. Yeah. Probably better not to draw more attention to ourselves anyways. I think I'm gonna try going today. Counseling, eh? Leon's right. Make sure you visit him so you don't draw any attention to yourself, okay?
Yes. Welcome.
Are you here for a counseling section? Yeah, it's now about time. Not at all. It's always a good time. As long as I'm not already listening to a student. I'm so glad you're here. You care for a snack?
Well, shall we
get started? Oh, well first, just relax, alright? Only here to listen to whatever you wish to talk about.
Yes.
Sure. Although, I really only have one thing on my mind right now. Anyways. Yes, I'd say that makes perfect sense. Don't force yourself into talking with me. You could just grab some snacks and be on your way if you wanted. No, it's alright. I need to talk to someone about this anyways. That is, if you're willing to listen to a super long story. I absolutely am. Take all the time you need. I see. It's such a horrible thing to do to someone. Yeah, that's why I wanted to get even with them, for show. And? At first, I thought Kamoshida ought to face the same fate Shio was going to put herself through. But... Later I realized that wasn't right. If he did take his own life, it wouldn't undo Shio's suffering. In fact, just give him an easy way out.
Right.
Is that so? You know. Why the wise, level-headed young woman to Kamaki-san? Huh? I think you got the wrong. No. In fact, I think you're wiser than I was your age. I wasn't anywhere near as mature as you are now. It's not like I did anything special, though. I hadn't gone through my own share of hell. I don't think I'd be so mature either. I see. So what's on your mind now?
Let me think.
Just hoping Shio will get better quickly. Both suffered a lot, but I just want to get back to laughing and having fun together. At this point, I don't give a rat's ass about Kamoshida.
Yeah.
Now that's a healthy outlook. You can't change the past. You can still want to keep your chin up and press onward. That's the gist of it. Yeah, that sounds about right. I mean, it'd definitely be better if none of this happened at all, but...
Quite.
I definitely agree with you there. It's impossible to wipe every tragedy from history.
Yeah.
If only, right? I would be so much happier if we could actually do that. Oh, seems I lost track of the time. We should wrap things up here for today. Thank you so much for coming to see me. Oh no, thank you. I feel a ton better now that it's all off my chest.
Be careful, okay?
Good to hear it. You deserve it. Feel free to stop by again anytime.
Okay, I'm gonna
Will
get
do.
going.
See you around. Well, I went in for counseling. You're going soon too, right, Doppel? How'd it go? Well, honestly, it wasn't as rough as I was expecting. I think we should just go and give it a shot. Dr. Maruki's easier to talk to than you think. Okay, see you tomorrow. Didn't you have a counseling appointment? At another soft specs building, right? That's the time of the area until you're done.
How are you?
Ah, hello! Are you here for a session as well? That's right. Is that so? Dr. Maruyuki is a wonderful counselor. I actually been seeing him for a while before he ever came to Sujin. Oh, I don't know you two were acquainted. Don't go overselling me too hard, though, Yoshizawa-san. I'm really nothing special. Well, I need to get going. Please excuse me.
Alright then.
Let's say we get started.
Welcome.
Welcome. Thanks for coming. We made a deal. Oh, well. Trying to make sure it's worth your trouble.
I see.
I see. Thank you. I think I've gotten a good grasp of the situation you're in, Gekko-kun. Well, full disclosure, the school gave me a brief rundown of the circumstances surrounding your transfer here. So much for my privacy. I'm glad you got a sense of humor about it, but yes, it's not exactly kind to you, I'm sorry.
So...
Now you told me more about yourself. I think I realized something. I think you're largely been able to reconcile your internal world with your external one. I should know. That's really truly impressive. Even most adults can't reliably manage that. How to put it? You know how everyone has an internal reality, some conception of themselves they're striving for.
example?
Like wanting to be a model student, or wanting to be loved and relied on. That kind of thing. The idealization reality, or that idealized reality, the one actuality are often far apart. That gap is responsible for a lot of people's pain. Not everyone can ace their exams. Not everyone can be the heroes they wish they could be. You've already been through so much. That kind of suffering is usually enough to twist people up into dark places. But you're standing up to it. You're confronting a tough, painful reality. To me, that's incredibly admirable. And again, maybe that's a little weird for you to hear from a guy you just met, huh? Sounds right. Not even deflecting in self-deprecation. You really are strong, Giga-kun.
I'm sorry.
Let's see. Sorry this went on longer than I expected. Somehow the conversation just took on its life of its own, I guess.
Say.
Hey, I actually got one last request. Do you mind?
You know,
I'm actually doing certain research along with my duties as a counselor. Not quite like counseling, more like a type of psychological treatment. Basically, it's a project to learn more about people's metaphorical hearts. What they think, how they feel.
How about it?
If I get far enough with it, I think I'll be able to help a lot of people, so... I'll need more details.
Sorry.
Oh, sorry. I guess my point is I'd like to ask you to help with that research. All you have to do is listen to my theories. Tell me if they spark any ideas or realizations on your end. Please, any time's good for me. I'm working around your schedule. And, got a lot of snacks, too. You can have them. They're yours. Why me, though? Well, to be honest, sometimes I hit a wall in my research. I've been working on it alone, but some second opinions from a perspective like yours could really push it forward. Oh, and don't worry. I promise I'll repay you for it.
Well...
Let's see, I know. Maybe I could teach you some tips for mental training. I happen to know a lot about the subject. I'm sure I can cook up a special regimen for you. If you're dedicated enough, I'm sure you'll draw out your full potential.
Thank you.
Okay, I guess that's our second deal. Our bond's grown deeper.
Alright.
I have the chance to detoxify myself.
I know.
Alright. Would it be okay if we traded contact information? I'll contact you when I got the time. When I need some input from you. That should do it.
Now,
I better do my part to repay you. Talk about mental training and pressure. Let's see, first off. Thanks to Maruki's mental training, your mind feels stronger. Max SP increases by 5. Oh, and here. Remember bad time for a snack, right? Non-static gum.
See you.
Thank you for your help today. I'll see you around at school.
Man. Good night.
What if I
Let's go to
study?
bed.
Okay.
Well then.
I'm so sleepy. I ended up pulling an all-nighter once I realized today's the last day of exams.
Yeah. I wanted to study a bit more too.
Staying up studying?
Nah, I gave up on the exam. I was playing some games, and then before I knew it, it was morning.
How manly.
It's what I always do. No matter how many times I fail, nothing's gonna change.
Morning.
Yo, look who else is yawning.
Exams are almost over, so I thought I'd make one last effort across the finish line.
Impressive, Lady Ann. You're quite different from this stupid monkey I know.
Huh? Don't give me that crap. Your brain's tiny compared to mine.
Size is meaningless if there's nothing inside, you know.
Damn, man.
What was that?
You heard him, Ryuji.
Will you please shut up? You're gonna make me forget everything I remember. Huh? Am I imagining things?
Hold on, let me get my gun. You need the bathroom?
Huh? No!
What? You see a groper or something?
No, that's not it. It's... Huh?
Animated cutscene time.
Oh my god, that guy got off. this bad? Hey, at least act like you care.
Fine. Come on.
Huh?
Don't mind us. So, bitch. Look at this handsome boy. Hi, Yusuke.
Hey, are you sure it's him, or are you just that self-conscious?
I'm not that.
Is there something you want?
That's my line. You are the one stalking me.
Stalking you? That's outrageous.
I know you've been following me ever since the train.
That's because...
My goodness. I had wondered why you left the car, so this is where your passion led. All is well that ends well.
Hold on, let me get my gun.
I saw you from the car, and I couldn't help myself from chasing after you. I didn't even notice the calls from Sensei, but thank goodness I caught up to you.
Okay.
What?
You're the woman I've been searching for all this time. Please, won't you?
Wait a minute,
Be the model for my next art piece.
Damn. That's quite something.
Model?
All that I've drawn till now has been lacking, but I feel a passion from you unlike anyone else.
This man's highly suspicious.
Morgana, you're just jealous.
Ain't this a recruit for some shady business?
Will you cooperate with me? What do you say?
Maybe that might be not be the best way to phrase that.
Oh, where are my manners? I'm a second year at Kosei High's Fine Arts Division. My name is Yusuke Kitagawa. I'm Madarame-sensei's pupil, and I am being allowed residence at his place. I'm striving to become an artist.
Huh? Do you mean that Madarame? The one who was on Good Morning Japan the other day?
The very same.
You know who that is?
He was introduced as a super famous Japanese-style artist who's been recognized all over the world. But we heard that name the other day in Mementos.
Yeah, it is very problematic.
Yusuke!
I'm sorry, Sensei. I'll be right there.
That old guy's Madarame?
Madarame-sensei's exhibition will begin at the department store near the station tomorrow. I'll be there to help out on opening day. Please come by. It'd be great if you could give me your answer in regard to being a model then. I bet you have no interest in the fine arts, but I'll give you tickets too.
Thank you.
Well then, I hope to see you there tomorrow.
Alright, looks like you got plans.
That guy's as easy to read as a book. You're not planning on going, are ya?
I think I will.
Let's go as a group. Keep it safe. You know, see a fancy art show.
I'll see you later.
Look at the time.
How
It's gonna
dare
be
you
late.
go after Lady Ann? I've memorized that face of yours, Yusuke.
You became acquainted with Madarame's pupil by chance? That's a little too convenient. It makes me wonder if you're even telling the truth. So be it. What I want to know most is your method. It's true that Madarame was an unforgivable criminal worthy of the scorn thrown at him. He was an adult who cultivated his own fame and fortune by sacrificing the livelihood of children. But he'd been covering his tracks for years. How did you uncover the truth in such a short span of time?
Talking cat? That's the excuse for everything. In the metaverse.
This metaverse business again? Fine. Let's suppose that people's hearts can be changed by stealing their treasure, like you've said. If so, a different suspicion arises. People have gone mad or lost consciousness, never to recover, like the subway accident in April. Depending on how you look at it, that could be taken as a phenomenon for a sudden change of heart too. Were you related to those as well?
Don't know.
I see. Fine. Let's get back to Madarame's case. Keep it concise and stick to the facts.
Look, we got Dragon Ball Z time in here. We got plenty of time. It's last day of exams, huh? Seems like the one. Some of these kind of tough.
Yep.
Well, wasn't too bad. Should have gotten a decent score, right? Yeah, I got 2 intelligence so far. I think I did okay. Finally done with exam. Are you gonna go in for counseling? I saw the volleyball guys can call in. Ah, shit, I got that question wrong. I know, right? I feel like I have to protect that teacher. What? Hopefully not Madarame.
It's over.
It's over. How about you?
I'm feeling confident.
You traitor!
Well, excuse me for
Stop
actually
talking
studying.
about the exams. Like it or not, they're gonna come back graded next week. Rather than focus on stuff that's over with.
What are you looking at?
The usual site. It's no use. There ain't any useful info. The number of posts are getting less and less too.
I am not letting this end as a one-hit wonder, okay?
There's no point in getting antsy, though. I know. Why don't we go eat lunch somewhere? We still have some money left over from the other day.
Indeed.
I want sushi then, or domestic raised eel.
Dude, wow. We only got like
That much
6K
left. Oh, right.
left from that
There
amount
are those
alone.
tickets to Madarame's exhibit. Wait, that's tomorrow.
Don't tell me. Was it love at first sight with that Yusuke guy?
It's not like that.
Of course not.
When I was watching that special on TV, his artwork was pretty nice. Plus, we've got free tickets.
Yeah, might as well go hang out.
Besides, this could also be related to what we heard in Mementos.
Yeah, that's probably very important.
Madarame, was it?
I'm curious too.
That aside, what should I do about the other 2 tickets? Want to go appreciate some fine arts for once?
Fine arts, huh?
Come on,
I
Ryuji.
suggest we should all go together. Appreciating the fine arts builds character. A phantom thief who can't identify an original is lame.
Yeah.
Well, if everyone's going...
It's settled then.
Should be fun.
Just the phrase going to an art exhibit sounds kind of mature. Let's meet at the exhibit entrance tomorrow.
Okay.
We go exhibits later on. Curious how if Madarame has anything to do with the name we heard in Mementos. Can't afford to be late tomorrow. We're not go out right now. So I keep thinking about that Nakahara guy. Could he have been talking about the famous artist Madarame? That sounds about right. Seconded. Great, the name really stood out to me. Yeah, I mean, you guys ever heard of someone else called Madarame? Really not common at all. If what we heard is true, Kitawa-kun is studying under a corrupt teacher. I mean, a teacher who treats people like tools? Kitawa-kun's life's probably pretty terrible. Go look into this. Alright.
Let's do it.
And with that, I'll end things for today. So, I'd like to wish you all a fond farewell, and thank you for stopping by. If you like this, follow me on Twitch, Twitter, or YouTube. If you haven't already, please consider subscribing, because it really helps me out. And until next time, fare thee well.
Take off my